One truth that stands out in 2 Samuel 21:19 through 21 is the sheer number of battles being fought. This isn't just one showdown that we're talking about here. There are 4 separate battles recorded, each against a Philistine warrior, each involving a different man of Israel stepping up. So this reminds us that life is filled with battles, but not all battles are the right ones. And so, what are you fighting for? David's men fought for Israel, for their people, and for God's honor. They weren't fighting over personal grudges, political opinions, or petty squabbles. They were fighting for something that mattered. Compare this to the battle that Saul and Israel refused to fight against Goliath in 1 Samuel 17. The whole army was paralyzed by fear, unwilling to step up, even though the cause was just. Now, under David's leadership, we see a completely different picture. Men who are willing, even eager, to stand and fight. So we too are called to fight the right battles. Paul reminds us in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. In other words, our fight is not against people, but it is against sin, against the enemy, and against the darkness that tries to creep into our lives and homes and institutions. How often do we waste our strength fighting the wrong battles, fighting for our own reputation instead of for God's glory, fighting for comfort instead of fighting against sin, fighting with people instead of fighting for their salvation? David's men show us what it looks like to engage in the right fight. And the question for us is, are we fighting the battles that actually matter? Let me give us our 3-2-1 closing for the day. 3 points of prayer. Lord, help me to discern which battles are worth my energy. Give me wisdom to avoid conflicts that are distractions. And strengthen me to fight for truth, righteousness, and your kingdom. 2 people to pray for here. Marco Gaspar and his family, our national change makers in Portugal, and the Blonde Life Word broadcast that's for the people of the Philippines. One last thought. Not every battle is worth fighting, so spend your strength on the ones that advance God's kingdom and not your own pride.